my beautiful Leos. Thank you for joining me today. And this is going to be a timeless message for you. We're going to go ahead and get into whatever Spirit wants to share with you at this very moment. And I want to go ahead and take the time to thank you. And I show appreciation to my beautiful Leo collective. And as you can see, we have the Four of Swords here that showed up. And this is a card that I really like. And it's like, interestingly enough, you also have the Five of Wands in reverse. And it's showing up in the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to keep these because I like how this reading is really showing up for you already. So Four of Swords is saying that there is this level of needing to retreat. This is about recharging yourself. And this is about allowing your mind to take a break. This is about resting. Some of you guys may be really, really exhausted, tired. It could be that life has been very, very busy at this time. And there's this level of you need to really put your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health before anything else, because right now you might be at the verge of burnout. And internally there could be a lot of conflicts within you right now. It could be that you're being really hard on yourself. It could be that you have unresolved issues with other people that you didn't get the chance to really fully express. And that is showing up in the reading. And I'm going to keep it here because that is exactly what Spirit wanted to talk about, right? You have two cards that are showing the complete opposite of another, right? The Four of Swords is about relaxing, regenerating, recharging, retreating, and prioritizing yourself. While the Five of Wands is this energy of argumentative energy, right? With others or within yourself. This is an energy of conflict. It's a little bit of a chaotic energy, but it's like for nothing. You know what I mean? Like this card is just simply like arguments and bickering for nothing. Like it shouldn't even be a thing. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into why is this happening? Why is this happening? We have here the Strength card. Wow, I heard the word you intimidate others. Like you are very intimidating for some other people. They see you very confident, very strong, very authentic. Some people have a hard time being around individuals like that. So it could be that you are going through that, or people might see you as a threat. For others, this could be that you are potentially lacking that connection with yourself, and you might be struggling with feeling confident about something in your life at this very moment, okay? And then what you have in the near future here is the Justice, which speaks about balance. This also speaks about a favorable outcome. So if some of you guys have been stressing about news, something of legal matters, let's say, or a particular, let's say, decision that you have made and you're waiting for the outcome of that, the outcome shows favorable. The Justice is a favorable outcome because it's showing up here upright. And it also shows that this will restore balance in your life. This will make certain things easier for you, that it will take a weight off your shoulders, okay? By you knowing the solution or the ending or the response of a particular thing in your life. And then you have here the Tower, which means that something is essentially collapsing, but I see this as a very positive thing. There's something that obviously has cost you a lot of stress and a lot of hindrance. And some of you guys, again, could be at the point of burnout. And there's this sense of completely destroying that and you having to rebuild from scratch. So it could, these themes, we have 3 major arcanas right now. This can indicate for some of you guys that this is a really big life change for you. It could be that you are cutting off people in your life, friends, partners, maybe even family members. It could be that you are really evaluating the way that you're treating yourself, how you are prioritizing yourself in your life. In the Justice, it's a restoration of balance. It's a way of seeing things from a very objective perspective. So it gives you this really strong edge, just like it has the sword right there, right? It's a very strong edge where you get to see the good and the bad, where you get to evaluate, is this good for me or is it not? Is this hindering me or is it not? Is something constricting me or is it not, right? And I really feel like you're going to be really making these big changes in your life, and it's gonna really require for you to go within, for you to really sit with this energy. And that's why that Four of Swords is so important, because it's really important for you to not operate from a sense of being exhausted, because when we're exhausted, when we're physically exhausted, we can turn irrational, right? We can see things and have a fog because we are just physically draining ourselves, right? So the Four of Swords is really important for you. That rest, that restoration is very, very important for you, because it's going to give you the clarity to navigate this conflict. And so you can welcome this balance, this news is coming into your life. And for some of you guys, that will involve you having to purge a lot of things out of your life and kind of going through a state of restructuring. So this is a really big change for some of you guys. This is going to probably take some time as well. So it's not going to be something that happens overnight, but it is something that is going to happen nonetheless, you know. And I want to get into okay, so High Priestess. I was going to say I want to get into the Five of Wands, and then the High Priestess shows up. So the High Priestess can indicate that there is a secret being revealed. There is news that was not in your awareness that is coming your way. This could be an internal revelation, but for some of you guys, this might be complete like news from an external source. So very interesting. It also shows that you're being illuminated from the dark. You're being led by your intuition. And for some, you're going to receive the confirmation from spirit if you receive this news externally. And then you have here the Eight of Pentacles, which makes you even more of a force to be reckoned with, because I see you here being extremely dedicated. You're not the type to allow the overworkingness, the overwhelmingness. You're not the type to crack. You're someone very, very strong. You're like that lion, that lioness, the strength energy. People see you as unbreakable. People see you and they're like, wow, like I wish I could be like them. And that could cause some envy and jealous energy for some individuals. Unfortunately, sometimes it's not even conscious, sometimes it's subconscious, but it doesn't mean that it's not there. So very interesting energy. Give me one more on the Five of Wands. One more for the Five of Wands. And you have here Temperance. Again, this energy of balance. And as you see, major arcanas are coming through like crazy in your reading, meaning that this is a pretty big deal for you guys, okay? The Justice card, and it's so interesting. So like the main heart of the energy is that Four of Swords. I want to say this really quick because it's very important. The Four of Swords is essentially even like just the core, not the minor arcana. These cards are cards that we can integrate into our everyday life, okay? This is the scenarios of our everyday life, meaning that the Four of Swords is something that you have to practice every single day. How do you disengage from the stress and the, you know, persona that you have to put on when you go out in the world? How do you disengage with that when you get home? How do you make, you know, your peace, your state of mind a priority every single day? This is an everyday practice. I really want to make that clear, okay? So Justice card is the near future. Give me on the Justice card, please. Near future for the Justice card, you have here the Hierophant. I love that. This is about being led by your moral compass. This is about receiving higher guidance. So again, there could be that there is, if this is like a legal action, the Hierophant can symbolize this is a good legal advisor that's helping you, that has helped you to get this potential, you know, return of, you know, news. So the Hierophant also can symbolize institutions. It can symbolize traditions. It can symbolize structures. And because we're clarifying the Justice, this can indicate that you will be receiving news that is very life-changing, okay? And you have here the King of Pentacles. This brings like a level of stability. It can be that there's someone, I feel like there's someone coming through, like an older gentleman. I do see that here with the King of Pentacles. I don't know if this is physical or in spirit. I'm strongly getting that this is probably an ancestor for some of you guys. Maybe you had an ancestor that was a Taurus. It doesn't have to be, but I'm really getting that the King of Pentacles is like an ancestor. Like you're getting, if you don't get the physical communication, you're getting spiritual downloads from your ancestors that are helping you through this situation. Someone that was very knowledgeable in, let's say, wealth management, legal, maybe someone that has some sort of career like that is coming through to you to help you rectify a particular issue in your life. So that's really, really interesting. Let's get one with the Justice, please. One more. Oh, two more. You have the Queen of Wands, which indicates a win. This is this is good fortune, good energy coming your way. And then you have the Six of Wands, which is another card of victory. So there is absolutely something coming through that is going to help you achieve accomplishment. There's going to be a win, a strong win on your favor. And some of you guys, you might find the answer to your questions spiritually. It might be a download from a spirit, an ancestor. I'm getting that very clear. It could even be your higher self or one of your higher aspects, but you're receiving something one way or another that is going to make you feel very victorious. Now with the Tower here, Tower. Okay, so the Tower, you have here the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords shows, so the energy of revelation is showing up again. High Priestess was here in also showing up in the energy. Seven of Swords is also an energy of revelation. So I feel like you're strongly finding out something. Like after you get this outcome, this beneficial outcome, I feel like you might see the true colors of someone. I mean, I feel like some people might be upset that you actually get this win. It's really weird, this reading. Oh my God. But the energy of revelation is showing up here. The Seven of Swords, something coming from the surface, coming to the surface from the shadows. That is what this means. Okay. And also, this is where you now change the way you move. And that's why the Tower is there, because there's something being revealed to you. Yeah, there's something being revealed to you. And you're going to change the way you move. Give me a little bit more on the Tower. Wow, this is such an interesting reading. Look at that. You're going to become very independent. Nine of Pentacles, very independent energy. This is a very abundant energy too. This might be a really good financial omen for you. You might be receiving a lot of good fortune, maybe through your work. Let's say if this is even a work situation, which it could be that you have some really jealous coworkers. I feel like you will be getting something really important, like maybe a promotion, a strong bonus, success, this money that's showing up here in the reading. And I strongly believe that when you receive this good news, this good outcome with the Justice, you will probably see some people that are not going to be so happy for you. And that's going to get you a clear picture of who you can trust and who you cannot. So very interesting. With that being said, I want you to please let me know if this reading resonated with you in any kind of way. And if it did, drop me a comment down below. I'm actually really curious about this one. How did this resonate with you? It was a very spiritually charged reading. I felt ancestors coming through. I felt spirit coming through. I mean, it was definitely very much an important message. So please let me know if this resonated. I would love to hear from you guys. If you do want to subscribe and support my channel, go ahead, like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate you. And thank you for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.